Hi Leo, welcome to your April 2019 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. I guess the kids are coming home from school, so if you hear any screaming, that's because of them. Hopefully it won't be too bad. I'm recording this at 3 p.m. and I thought they got out at 3:20. So, sorry about that, but I do want to get these out, given this is April 1st. The heart of the matter is the Chariot card, so this is a good time. I was going to say this is probably going to be a good time for you in general because Aries is a fellow fire sign, so this is that kind of easy-flowing energy we call a trine in astrology. That means that your sun or even your rising sign is cooperating in a great way with the transiting sun. And the sun is kind of central to everything. Now, of course, Leo, you are ruled by the sun, so you are especially, attuned to the sun. And so this is about becoming, that's what the sun is to me, aspirational, all about what you want to achieve in life and how you want to shine your light onto the world. And so the Chariot is a card of success in your endeavors. Sometimes the Chariot can bring a new vehicle, so we have a new moon on the 5th, and maybe you're going to get a new ride. My ride is a bicycle, so maybe your ride is too. My ride. Somebody, I had a coworker one time years ago said, "Is that your ride?" And I wasn't familiar with the lingo, and I was like, yeah, my bike is my car. So anyway, what else? This card connects to Cancer. So there could be some connection with a Cancer individual, but it's a card of success. It's a very positive card, going going towards something, I think is a good way of putting it, where you're really focused on your goals. In the past position, we have the King of Pentacles, which is a great card for money, financial success. And so these two cards are very good for career and success matters, and even like I was just looking here, even the Higher Message is a card that's associated with material security. The Four of Pentacles. Now, sometimes this card can also indicate greed or over emphasis on the material, and you see the man looks like he's kind of clutching onto his gold coin, for dear life, like, he doesn't want anybody to take it. So it could have that implication about being too greedy, being too like grabby, greedy about money. And, Leo is a generous sign. So it's not that you're not generous, but you may be like very, just very much in the thick of things. And so the spiritual has to be really emphasized when you get too caught up in the world, because you have to have balance in life. So let me just keep going here. So what we have here that crosses you is the Ten of Swords. Now this can be a card of feeling stabbed in the back, obviously not literally, figuratively. And so as the challenge card, it might be that you haven't gotten over some kind of a betrayal. This could have been professional. I guess it could be personal too. So like for instance, maybe you were married to an earth sign like Taurus, for instance, or Capricorn or Virgo, and you've divorced and you have walked away with the money that you have wanted, or have preserved your money in case the other party was trying to take your money, but you still have that, maybe it's that those thoughts, those memories of being betrayed. So you might have won the battle but lost the war in terms of how it feels to have been put in that position of being cheated on. You may feel like a sense of bitterness, and you have to guard against that. And I said memories because the swords are mental. So it's kind of mental energy that is being expended. And this is something that you can, you know, how people, they keep going back to a certain thought kind of obsessively. This is something to guard against. If you have had some kind of betrayal by someone you cared about, now this could be professionally too. So with the Chariot card, you might feel like you're on top of your game again, but then lurking in the back of your mind is that memory. And what happens is, and you start to say to yourself, well, what if that happened again? I don't know if I could deal with this again. You know, it was bad enough the first time. So I think the bottom line is making sure that you don't feel like it's the end of the world if, something like this happens. And obviously you don't, because you would have never even attempted success again. You would have just given up. So obviously you know that it's never the end of the world, but I'm talking about in terms of individual situations, that you're not ever afraid of what if this happens again, because you know that just like you dealt with it this time, you'll deal with it again, but that you'll also be wiser going into it. So maybe there was something that you didn't quite deal with regarding a relationship, that you kind of like allowed a person to get away with things that you shouldn't have. Maybe you looked the other way, and then that led to kind of that outcome that you weren't looking for. What is coming in, or the advice, is the Five of Wands. I would say this is like, in this case, I see it as a friendly thing of like, jump into the fray, give them what you got. Don't hold back. Sometimes when I see this card, I think of like some kind of drama playing itself out. But in this case, to me, because sometimes it can be like friendly competition, and that's how I see it in this reading, because you have all positive cards on the top row. So I feel like the only thing holding you back is the memory of something that was negative that you're afraid will happen again. And it's kind of saying, you have to shake that off, and you have to show your stuff. Don't get like a little bit, what's that expression? When you get like a little bit gun shy, when you have experienced something that kind of shattered your confidence, and then you have to, it's like, go back into the fray and do so believing that you're doing the right thing, that you're not just doing something for the sake of doing it, but that you really have this gift that you want to share with others, because you may not realize that you have this gift. You may not have that sense of understanding of what you are all about. And this card is about showing people what you have, showing them your stuff, so to speak. And not being, and having that confidence to do so. And then the outcome is the Eight of Wands. So it's like fast events kind of happening very quickly. Maybe you have felt like you've had a success, and then maybe you've reached a plateau, and now things are just happening. And part of the reason that they are is because you're putting yourself out there. You're not hanging back, but you're like showing people what you have, and you're confident. You're not afraid that somebody's going to steal your idea. Maybe that's what happened in the past, or that you trust the wrong person. Because sometimes it could be, it might be something like maybe you asked for advice, or somebody offered to be, even like a coworker, they offered to be a listening board, and then they were just using that as a way to kind of get a feel for what you were up to, and then they told, you know, the boss or something like that. And that can feel very disheartening to a Leo, because you tend to be loyal. And you can't understand how other people can do such a thing. So you have to, and so with the Eight of Wands, because you're a fixed sign, you have to be willing to take charge when opportunities arise, because they might just come about very suddenly. So it's very exciting, heady time for you professionally. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you'd like a private reading, please click the link below. Take care. Bye.